Let's face it, owning an Airbnb or a short-term rental can be expensive. And when you're just starting out, you have no idea what to spend money on and what not to spend money on. We are now 4 years into owning a short-term rental, and we can tell you unequivocally what was worth splurging on and what was not worth splurging on.
Here are the top things that we splurged on and skimped on at our Airbnb. First things first, mattresses. The bed is so important at your short-term rental because you want people to come there and have a wonderful night's sleep, even if they're only staying for one night.
So we splurged on the main primary bedroom, the king bed that we use in our primary. We got a really nice tuft and needle mattress. And in the second bedroom of our home, did not splurge.
No, we got just a generic queen mattress, but we put a tuft and needle mattress topper on top of it, which is kind of like a memory foam feeling. And it is honestly sometimes more comfortable for me than our tuft and needle bed in the primary room.
So when people are traveling long distances, the first thing sometimes they do when they get into a home is they open the door, they throw their bags down, and they jump on the bed. If your bed is not comfortable, they're going to jump on that bed and they're going to be like,
You've seen us?
Yeah,
we do this on the channel.
She does it all the time.
I'm always like, oh, is the bed comfortable? Or are these down pillows? I like me a semi-firm pillow. I feel like I'm going to be like the pillow critic. Can't mess with that. Yeah, those are definitely first things we do as travelers, and I just assume everyone else is doing that too. So that was something super important for us.
Now, on the topic of beds is bedding. That is one area where you also should not skimp, but it also hurts a lot because you will have to replace them often.
Our Cozy Earth sheets are very expensive, but we were able to do a deal with them they were doing a deal for short-term rentals at the time. That is no longer existing. So the type of sheets we have will be about $200 next time we have to purchase them.
But they also do run sales. You could look out for sales, buy a big order when they have Christmas sales, because your sheets are on top of this bed, which are the first thing that they hit. And you want those to feel nice. You don't want them to feel cheap. Well, I would say over the last 3.5 years that we've been hosting, we've had to get rid of maybe 4 sets of sheets.
Yeah,
right?
That's not bad. And also we do have Brooklinen sheets too, because we did do a deal with them a few years back and we love them too. So they're in our mix in our queen room. But strictly in our king room, we keep Cozy Earth.
Now, don't get us wrong. When you're starting, you have to work with the budget that you had.
Totally.
And that's what we did. We put really nice sheets on the primary bed, the king bed, and then we did start with an Amazon brand on our queen bed. So you can not splurge in some areas, but you just need to be strategic because majority of the time, the people that are buying, let's say this is a family. We have 2 bedrooms in our short-term rental. If there's a family that's going to stay here, the parents paid for it. They're the ones that are going to be staying in that primary bed. Mm-hmm. So you want it to feel as nice as possible. So you can be strategic about where you splurge and where you don't. And that's what we did when we first started.
There's 2 parts to the decor aspect of this. We skimped on some decor and we didn't on others. So things that we skimped on would be like our placemats. Although they're nice, they were $10 from Home Goods. You can find towels and placemats and cutting boards at places like that. I would not say cutlery because if, again, you've watched our channel for a while, you know that I bought knives for this house and skimped at Home Goods originally. And we got a lot of comments, private messages about how bad our knives were. So definitely don't skimp on those.
The core items that you're going to need to function, like plates, like pans, like knives, I don't know, the main decor for your home, you can splurge on because those will be in your home for 5-10 years maybe, if they're good quality brands. But the things that you cannot splurge on are things that probably will get destroyed whether you splurged on them or not. Like for instance, we have this plant sitting in the middle of our table right here. Home Goods.
Home Goods.
Like $7. It's starting to fall apart a little bit. It's a little wobbly, you know. This will get beat up. Stuff like this that guest moves will get beat up. We have books that we got from like a secondhand bookstore that we just found some that looked like really cool and interesting for like $2 each.
We brought dead plants from outside in. So there's ways you can also use like your local I don't know, floral and fauna to bring inside the home. And
like
that
branches and stuff like that.
and in the kitchen, there's your glassware, right? So we have a main set that were like nice that we got from Mexico when we were traveling.
Yeah.
And those are the ones we use in the house as our main set. And then we bought a bunch of wine glasses and extra glassware that we keep behind the bar that's from Dollar Tree. And they're really nice quality, and you can't tell.
I don't know about really nice quality, but no one would ever be able to know where we got them from.
The dollar store.
And that way, people break glasses. They break wine glasses, they break regular glasses, and we have plastic ones that people can take out to the pool. All of those were very, very inexpensive, and we did not splurge on them.
No, and we've never had a comment about bad glassware.
Because we have one set of nice glassware that makes up for it, and mugs.
We splurged on our photos. It was less than $2,000. It was expensive, and we got a ton of beautiful photos from a photographer in Los Angeles who loves the area and just shot our home very artfully, is like the word I would say, and not like real estate photos, not sterile. It was just very artsy. And as soon as we put those photos up, we started seeing bookings. And that was within the first 2 weeks. We had already made our money back from the money we had splurged on that photographer, from the bookings that we got in.
And originally we did not splurge. If you've been following our channel, we have done countless videos on the before and afters of these photos, but I feel like we had to bring it up here if you are new to our channel, that it is definitely an investment, but is an investment that is so worth it. Go back and watch those videos and you can see our revenue this year. We redid them in November and we spent that much money. I tried taking them before and it was good.
Yeah.
But it was not a splurge. It's a splurge that has been insanely worth it. Another thing that we splurged on is the hot tub. We splurged on a hot tub that was built like a tank. We did not want to go cheap because we didn't want to have headaches with it. Knock on wood, it has been running and we have had literally no issues with it.
Drained it a couple times due to guest issues.
Yeah.
But that's been twice in the last 3 years of having it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't splurge right away.
No.
So we did have to wait and splurge. Like we made some money from the house the first year. And then in January of the next year, we were finally able to purchase it. And it was so exciting. We cannot harp on a hot tub enough. We have the Nordic XL Warrior, if you're wondering.
Do not splurge. Middle of the road outdoor furniture. And we talked about this in one of our last videos, but included in the outdoor furniture, I would say do not splurge on a barbecue. Do not splurge on like a $500,000 barbecue, get a nice smoker, unless you're offering a luxe experience and you have guests that know how to use that kind of stuff. Because in our situation, people are coming for the weekend. They literally just need something that's hooked up to a propane tank that can heat up food. Mm-hmm. I believe we spent $150 on
ours. We should probably replace it soon, but like because it's middle of the road,
it's working fine. We have a cover on it.
Yeah.
And the
cover's great.
Yeah, put a cover on it and it'll last. As far as outdoor furniture goes, it's going to get beat up. Don't buy restoration hardware. Don't buy something that you're going to have to replace in a year or two because that's how often outdoor furniture needs replaced.
Yeah. The last thing we would say, because we are music lovers and we love a vibe, would be your sound system. We splurged on our Marshall amp. That is the Bluetooth speaker that we have here. You can also plug into it with an iPad or your phone. And we also have a record player that you can plug in and listen to music, and you can hear it throughout the home. It gets kind of loud, but we are so far away from neighbors. We're on 5 acres of land, so we're not too worried about that.
It's small enough that it can't be loud enough to make anybody mad, but it's big enough and nice enough that it feels luxurious and people can put on music. It's a vibe. But there's nothing like checking into a vacation rental. Let's say you have a beach rental, opening the windows, letting the breeze flow in and playing some music. And if your guests have to use their iPhone, it's not the same experience. No. Get some sort of sound system. It doesn't have to be a crazy one, but something with some good bass. If you have neighbors, don't do this. Close to you, don't do this. Maybe turn the bass down. But like we stayed at that tree house. The tree house we stayed at had like a couple $1,000 sound system in it. And we put on the music and we're like, dang, this is like really cool.
This is like such a vibe
Yeah.
and loved it. So it definitely changes the experience in the home.
There's also a speaker above Kristen's head that I have yet.
see it?
Yeah, it was here from the original bar and I have yet to hook up to it. So that is on my future list because how cool would it be is if the bar, you could come in and plug in and play music in the bar and it was built into the walls. So that's just a future thing that I'm gonna work on.
There used to be one up there too, it looks like, but the hooks, it got taken down.
Yeah, so maybe we can have two, but that's something that we're going to work on in the future.
Fun fact, this room actually used to be a dance studio. One of our previous owners was a flamenco dancer. So this had a
she did
beautiful
lessons in
wood
here.
flooring, got ripped out before we got into this house, unfortunately, because the septic tank had issues prior to us moving in. But yeah, really, really cool. And it just, I don't know, the history of it just makes me want to tell you about it.
Another thing that you need to splurge on is 1 to 3 nice core pieces of furniture to relax on. We did not do this when we first started and we highly regretted it and we learned our lesson. So we got a nice leather couch.
Yep.
We got 2 big swivel chairs.
That I'm obsessed with.
We got behind us, there's 2 chairs here that are nice lounge chairs. And we've noticed when we go to Airbnbs, if you're driving a couple hours, the first thing you want to do is either plop down in the bed or plop down in a nice chair or sofa and just like look at your phone, put on music,
Look at the view,
have a drink.
whatever, yeah.
And if there's not a comfortable place to relax, it can kind of like make the experience subconsciously not feel as nice.
This is your sign. Upgrade that ish.
Or like-
People will know.
In all honesty, if you're going to skimp on your furniture, it's going to skimp on you and your guests. It will fall apart and it will not be nice and you will have to replace it more often. Keep in mind the color of the furniture that you're getting because people will be sitting on it. We have like an oatmeal sandy color.
It's like a sandy color and we've had no issues with it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And there's a lot of dust and dirt in the desert. Okay, I think that wraps it up. So if you guys have anything that you've splurged on or skimped on, let us know down in the comments below. We love chatting with you guys and figuring out what maybe we should splurge on next. We will see you in our next video, guys.
Bye.
Bye.